We on? We live? Damn, she sounds nice. What's happening, bro chachis? It's your boy, Alfredo. Today I'm in very rare form, brakeless. That's right, look at that, no stoppers. You might remember me from such videos as the how to bar spin, the how to fakie, and the how to 180. And today we're gonna combine all three to do the how to 180 bar spin, the brakeless edition. Yes, there is a difference. I've been riding brakes for the last probably 16 or 17 years of my riding career, so it does make a difference for me. And to be honest, it is easier. If you do have brakes, you have to worry about catching the lever, and the way you throw it also is dictated by how you hold the lever. So this will be a slightly different tutorial, and it's also to keep it fresh. I know that a lot of you guys have always asked why I don't ride brakeless, and the simple reason that it is just my style, and I prefer to be able to do more tricks than less tricks. And when I'm at the skate parks or riding street, I'd rather be a little safer than sorry. Also, this is a great opportunity to remind you guys that all these videos are free, 99. All I ask is that you smash that like button and leave me a little emoji down below letting me know that you watch and or appreciate the videos. And if you don't like them, let me know, because at least we have a conversation about something. Lastly, please hit up my website, alfredomancuso.com, and pick up some of the new merch. I got the I'm That Cocky. I'm not really that cocky. It's this crazy guy that tried to drive his car into the store. Check out the video, I'm Dat Cocky, for more information on that. But also we got some Brochachi merch and some other stuff coming soon. And if you buy something, I'll sign it. So shop on, I guess. Back to the tutorial. Prerequisites. You have to know how to bunny hop. You have to know how to bar spin. In parentheses, you also have to know to bar spin the right way. I am left foot forward, but I throw my bar spins with the right hand, which is the wrong way. So in order for me to properly execute the 180 bar spin, I have to throw the bar spin with the left hand. So I spin clockwise because my left foot is forward, and I should throw the bars with my left hand. I normally do them with my right hand. It's called a topside bar spin. It looks something like this. It looks something like this. As you're spinning, there's more rotation. It's a little messy. So the best way to do it when you're left foot forward is to throw it with your left hand. Again, that's switch for me, but we can make it happen. So where to begin? As I've done in the last tutorials, which I will link somewhere up here, you can see how to regular bar spin, how to switch bar spin, how to 180, get a little refresher on that stuff, then you're ready for the 180 bar spin. I usually do recommend learning it on the street. It is easier, but if you do prefer, you could learn it out of an embankment or a quarter pipe. But for now, we're just gonna learn it on the flat ground. So let's begin. So because I do the bar spins the wrong way, I don't normally do 180 bar spins in the middle of lines or anything like that. Also, when I do have brakes on, I do tend to snag the lever every once in a while. So to avoid injury, I kind of avoid doing 180 bar spins on flat ground all the time, but I can do them, and this video will be proof. Where to begin? So what I recommend is finding a spot on the ground that you're gonna use as a marker. Sometimes it could be like an oil stain, a crack on the road, or even a bottle cap, or whatever you find. In this particular instance, there's a little piece of gum that I'm gonna pick. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a couple 180s just to warm up. Approach that little piece of gum and just do a little 180. The next thing you want to do is do the 180, but kind of position yourself for the bar spin. So what you do is 180, and you kind of extend your arms a little bit to give yourself room. Now, a 180 bar spin is technically easier than a straight bar spin. It doesn't seem to make sense, but it does when you try it. And the reason for that is that anytime you're doing anything in a forward motion, it feels like you're gonna fall into the bike. But when you're spinning, it actually feels like the bike will get away from you to the side. So if I were to do the 180 bar spin and something's wrong, I kind of let it go, the bike will shoot out that way, and I will shoot out to the peripheral or to the side, and I won't land on the bike. Something that once you start kind of figuring this trick out, you'll learn. So after you do a couple warm-up 180s, you're gonna wanna try and establish what you think the speed is that's gonna be adequate for you to throw the 180 bar spin. So again, you pick that spot, and what you do is you essentially bunny hop a little more dramatic in the 180 than you would the straightforward 180. And what you're doing is that you're making room for the bar spins to clearly clear your knees. Some people tend to not get in the upright position and they'll still be a little crouched down. So that means that their knee will bump the handlebars. Now, top secret, I'm wearing Shadow Conspiracy Invisalign ankle, shin, and knee pads. I don't want to get a shinner. I don't want the handlebar to hurt my shins. Even though 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna land this trick, that one time will be painful. So go to shadowconspiracy.com, get yourself some Invisaligns, and thank me later. Once you start feeling comfortable that you think that you have enough pop and that you can actually squeeze the bar spin in there, the first thing to do is just get a regular bar spin out of the way. So for me, it's a little more complicated. how I warm up is I'll do a regular bar spin, then I'll do a switch bar spin, then I'll do the 180 bar spin. Regular. Okay. I'll do them going forward just so you guys can see it one more time. Regular. Again, I'll spare you guys because I learned bar spins the wrong way, so I have to do everything a little more complicated. If you learn the bar spin the right way at the beginning, then you don't have to do as many warm-ups and setups as I do. But for some people, it's actually good. It'll kind of get you into a rhythm, and once you're feeling comfortable, then you can start letting them go in the 180 or the truck or whatnot. So now, we got the 180, you're feeling comfortable, you're nice and extended, you've done a few bar spins, so now you know that your knees aren't gonna hit. The next thing is just to really let them go. Easiest way I found is, again, pick that spot, focus on it, and focus on doing a very perfect 180. And what you wanna do is just loft it pretty high. And the best spot to let them go at is around the 45-degree mark. At least that's what I found. So once you start getting off the ground and you start turning is when you're gonna wanna throw it into the 45. You're gonna wanna catch it way before even the 90 mark. Like that would be the ideal spot. Otherwise, try and get it obviously before the 180. You wanna be able to catch the bars somewhere between maybe 75 to about 105 degrees. So you don't wanna be here. This is straight. Quick math here. This is 0, this is 90, this is 180. You wanna start throwing them in between the 0 and the 90s, around 45. And you wanna have them caught before your 90 or somewhere in the 90 range, okay? So let's give it a try. Don't worry about going too fast and don't worry so much about the rollout. What you're gonna wanna do is just be able to form the 180 bar spin. Once you do that and you catch it, then worry about how good the rollout is or backpedaling if you have a cassette. I'm currently on a free coaster, currently brakeless, so this is probably one of the easiest ways to do a 180 bar spin. So we should land it first try. So this first try, let's see how it goes. The first one you do is always the scariest. You have to break the ice, but once you do, you get more comfortable. And the first one, you're gonna wanna try and land any way you can. For the most part, you probably won't really fakie. You'll end up like maybe toppling over, but it'll be the best feeling when you can form the 180 bar spin. So I'm gonna do a few more. Maybe somewhere along the lines, I'll blow one and you'll see what I mean. I hope not. I'm not the best at 180 bar spins flat ground, especially with like this whole setup, but you'll see what I'm going through and you'll be able to relate at home. So 180 bar spin as soon as I turn around, right here, ready? First one, just because like I said, once you break the ice, they're not as bad. Okay, so that one was pretty decent, but again, the helicopter, but I kind of busted a little bit, so I'm gonna try and do a little more of a clean bar spin, and that's for you guys that don't know. A bus driver is where you follow through and you almost don't let go of the bar. A clean bar spin is where you toss it, you just let it do its thing on its own. Again, this is a switch bar spin for me. It's not as pretty as my normal bar spin, but we're gonna make it a little more clean once this car cruises on by. And again, once you do the first one, the rest are super easy. And how you get yourself to do the first one is very important. It's visualization. Just imagine yourself doing the trick. Focus on like every step along the way in your head as if you would form it on the bike. So for me, left foot forward, I'm gonna be spinning to the right. I'm gonna be throwing the bar spin with my left hand. I'm visualizing all that stuff. I'm doing the bunny hop as I'm doing the 45 into the 90-degree point, throwing the bars, catching it, making sure my body continues the rotation, lands. I'm on a free coaster, so I don't have to back pedal. I just land with both feet in a steady position, continue the fakie, and cab out. So let's do another one right here. Oh, there it went. Oh, that was a good one. So what happened there was I got a little cocky. Merch available now. And as I hopped, I shouldn't have thrown the bar spin, but because I already broke the ice of doing the 180 bar spin, I forced it. As I forced it, my knee came forward a little bit and snagged the bar, stopping the rotation. But as you can see, I know how to fall. And for you guys at home, please wear a helmet. I've obviously been doing this for a long time. I know how to stiffen out my neck, make sure I don't bump my head or anything. But as you can see, really isn't all that bad. I do recommend wearing pads, wearing your helmet, and if you can, if you're under the age, make sure you have some adult supervision. But all right, let's try this again without falling once this big old truck passes by. I will say though, falling backwards is a little scary, but once you do it, you realize it's not that bad. And now the next 180 bar spin is gonna be better than the first ones. See what I mean? I think that was the best one. It was the cleanest, there was no bust. Caught it early, spotted my landing, pivoted out. Honestly, the hardest part of the 180 bar spin is finding a place where someone isn't gonna set up an impromptu parkour setup, because that's what just happened to me. But if you find a nice street or park, honestly, a basketball court probably works the best. A very flat surface where no one's gonna bother you, you can really focus on this trick. And if you are focused, there's very little that really goes wrong. The majority of the time is just either over rotation, under rotation, or just the fear of throwing the bar spin. But again, once you throw one bar spin and you feel it and you're able to catch it, then the rest is pretty easy. Even if you have to do a few where you kind of like bobble the bars or take your feet off, it's all in just the confidence of knowing that the bar is gonna come around and then you can do the 180. If you can do both of those and catch them, you'll figure out the fakie part. So in closing, this has been Alfredo Mancuso with How to 180 Bar Spin. Make sure to hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and tune in every Tuesday for a how-to and every Thursday for a technical video. So let's see if I can get one on the way out. All right, so before I go crazy, this has been Alfredo Mancuso on your favorite YouTube channel, teaching you how to 180 bar spin. Oh, and sloppy turnaround. All right, that's it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm getting frustrated. Before I eat crap, I'm out.